All right, welcome to the Spoiler Kings. My name is Tank Kramer with Brian the Grizzly, Brandman Brandon, and we are finally going to talk about the start of season 3 of The Bad Batch. Quick summary of season 2. And I don't quite remember. It ends with Omega being kidnapped and she's off somewhere. Tech died.
Has been killed.
He fell off the whatever. So it's kind of like a downer season finale for season 2. But yeah, so it ends there. What do you guys think about season 3 so far? So we're talking about episode 1 through 5, all of those. I'll let Brian go first.
So like when we finished the 3, I was finished 2. So Sid just betrayed all the guys. Omega, Wrecker, and Hunter, confront Hemlock in the army. Omega has a chance to escape, but she returns, refusing to lose her friends. Then she gets captured. So then in episode 3, in this season 3, Omega's still captured, but they're letting her walk around, which is stupid. So you let the oldest one walk around and come up with a plan. I thought that was stupid. And the guys are still looking for her everywhere, which is kind of cool because they become this family, feel the family feel between all of them, and you find out Crosshair's in the same prison as Omega. So seeing that was really cool, and them developing a relationship and bringing Crosshair back into the fold. That's what Omega does. But while doing it, Omega does a lot of just things that just piss me off. Like, I don't understand. Like, she just does things that makes their journey a little bit too hard. But, that's who Omega is. No matter what, she's not growing out of it. And overall, I enjoyed their journey back to each other. So that's kind of how I feel.
Yeah. Okay. What are you, Brian, man?
I liked how it really hit the ground running, especially with how the way season 2 ended. I liked how I was liking what they did with Omega, like the first 2 episodes, however long it was. I just like the characters as a whole. I really appreciate that, and one thing I like so much about Star Wars is that, kind of like what we were talking about with Harry Potter, like the universe is like that big. So there's a lot of stuff and kind of freedom you can have with it. So I really like what they're doing with the Bad Batch. It's kind of like one of the Star Wars that might even be like one of my favorite, things that have been put out from Star Wars at this point. So it's like the way that it's paced is really good, and I just like the character, like the character interactions on the Bad Batch are my favorite thing about it, and they really didn't lose steam with that so far.
Yeah. I mean, and that's kind of like the whole point of this, like it's this group of rejects, and I always enjoyed that a lot. But yeah, season 3, like you said, it started off right off the bat, and I enjoyed them in the jail. I was like, oh, that's kind of interesting. She sees what's his name, Hotshot, what's his name, the sharpshooter guy. What's his name?
What the heck is his name?
I just said it too.
You just said it. I was like, you just said it. Yeah. Bullseye. I don't know. Brain fry. That's not his name. Saw him, and he was just like, leave me alone. I don't want to be bothered. Like, we're stuck here forever. And
Crosshair. Like, no, I don't know why.
Crosshair. There you go. Crosshair. It was like, we're gonna get a plan. And he's like, no, leave me alone. And then like they would walk by each other, and then I thought that scene was super awesome. Like they walked by each other, and she saw him, and she's like, oh, got all excited, and then like it passed, and then it does it again, and they just walk right past each other. They're like, I was like, oh, like you could tell time has passed, and I was like, I thought that was like really cool, like the pacing, like Brandman said. So yeah, the first couple seasons were really, really well done for me. Episode 1, 2, and 3, the whole like jail, breaking kind of thing was like super cool, because the whole time you're like, oh, do you trust Crosshair? Like, is he still kind of secretly? But you're just like, no. But he's and at this point he's damaged goods. Like, he can't aim really because his hands all shaky and he's all messed up. So it's really really interesting. I'm really enjoying it, and just how Omega in the beginning of the season so far, at least first 3 episodes, I would say, is she felt like she's gonna be different. Like, she's gonna be more in charge and in command and more confident and not be a stupid kid, and then
Exactly.
I
thought she was gonna grow up and then
grow up. Yeah. And then we just get, now that we're in like episode 5, you kind of start to get her back to where she was. I was like, oh, you seem better off without the Bad Batch with you. Like, you seem more of a confident person.
Before she went to go play that game and she won all those credits, and then she kept on doing stupid stuff. Oh, run after another. I just had pissed me off. We got to go back and get Thrasher.
Yeah.
Why? You are the reason that he's in trouble. Like, you're the reason. So you doing this is causing more issues. Empire can't even track anybody if you just get up and go.
Yeah.
But no, she gotta be Omega. I gotta save everybody, and that's how everyone died. That's how Tech died. The last one, because Omega can't just let things happen.
Yeah.
She always wants to be, doing. It bothers me.
I wonder if that's how the season ends, where she constantly, because you're not wrong, she constantly tries to save everyone. No, we need to like, even at the end of this is like, we need to go back and save all the people on the planet, on that prison, even though a lot of them don't want to be saved, like the ones in charge, like the female older version of her, I forgot what they called her. I was like, I don't think they want to be saved. I think they're happy where they're at, and but she has this attitude, and I wonder by the end she's finally gonna realize, like, sometimes you gotta let things go, for the greater good.
For the big story, so you stop getting people killed. So hopefully, she doesn't kill Wrecker or Hunter now. Hunter gets kidnapped because, once again, Omega wants to put herself at risk, and they have to save her again, because it's the same thing over and over again, because Omega's just being stupid.
The little, so I forgot about all the gambling stuff she did, which I'm like, cool, like, oh, she's conning the con guys, but then, like, oh, there's the fee, and oh, there's this, and oh, the guy is like, oh, I was like, you just gave up all your money. What are we doing?
Right.
So it's still stupid stuff, but my biggest disappointment so far was this last episode. I thought it was kind of just a little slow, a little boring. It's just regaining the trust. And that's all it really was. And I was kind of like, with Crosshair, and I was kind of like, I mean, you could have done that throughout the next couple episodes instead of dedicating a whole episode. I just feel like it was just a little too much of nothing.
But there's always that feeling between Hunter and Crosshair that they had to kind of start talking about.
Yeah, get it out in the air quick. And then Jason said, Bad Batch is hands down one of the best things of the Disney era of Star Wars. It's really underrated.
Yeah. It's definitely one of my favorite things. Yeah, I really like it.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun. But again, you have to be a Star Wars fan to understand who the Bad Batch are and why is it important, like all this, like why they all talk with this like weird accent, like you have to know enough to kind of get where they're even starting at, But you see anything crazy happening, like if Tech comes back, Brandon? We see Tech coming back, or everyone dies?
Yeah. Like I did overhear Brian say that another version of Tech could be around the corner, which I agree with.
I like that.
As for everyone dying, I think there might be at least like a little bit of a body count. If not everyone, a little bit of a body count. I could definitely see that. I do feel like he'll be like, in some way, shape, or form, he will be back. Maybe around. I'd probably give it like another episode or two before he shows back up. Maybe midway through the season. because we're getting what 16 episodes, like the last two.
I think so. I was gonna just look it up, but I believe you're right. Yeah, 16 episodes.
Yeah. I could see that happening.
Yeah. I kind of want them all back together.
Yeah,
but I feel like if you put them all back together, it's gonna be not good at the end. Like it's just gonna be a bigger, like, sad letdown or something like that. Yeah, we appreciate everyone coming in, hanging out with us. Mama Bear, Jason, Will Black, Chillmonger. Thank you guys. But if you're watching live, stick around. But if you're watching on the replay, hit that like button, hit the subscribe button. We appreciate you guys so much. But let's move on to our next topic for the night.